We have two more congruency theorems to talk about. They involve angles. A for angles. Sure. Okay, so angle, side, angle. We have two angles and the included side. What? So notice how we have two angles and this side that is in between them. Two angles and the side that's in between them.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, what? Okay. Also, I am not like 100%. I'm going to assign all 10 proofs or just a portion. So before, so let me think about it. Okay. So let me draw a couple pictures here.
I am good at this. I can just you're gonna do my homework.
Adrian told me to shut up. I'm not trying to help you out. Yes, you did.
Okay.
No, Adrian would
You
never.
have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Nurse is closing.
Don't worry.
Ben, are these two congruent?
Are they congruent? Well, I'm not saying actual theorem that we're just telling about. So, yes, I would say that.
Okay. I only see two angles congruent to two angles. Why are you saying that this is actually congruent?
What?
Hold on. Ben is trying to make it sound fancy when really he just needs to say.
The middle line.
Okay. The middle line is congruent to itself. No, it's not a theory. It's like just fact. And so we have angle, side, angle here because the reflexive property is helping us out. Okay. Let me draw another picture.
Why do you like slant?
All the same.
I know, why can't we just
The only thing we know is that we have two sets of parallel sides. Okay, so Adria is saying, hey, we know that we have this side right here is congruent to itself. Okay. If you have a set, yes. Okay, and sometimes it's alternate interior, like in this case. Sometimes it could be corresponding angles. But if you have a set of parallel sides, you better be looking for some congruent angles. Okay, so these two angles are congruent because they're alternate interior angles for the top and bottom set. But these sides, we have alternate interior angles that are congruent right here. So these two triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle.
I know this is probably going to be like a demo question, but like the last one's like a quadrilateral.
Technically, yes, and we'll do a whole entire chapter on quadrilaterals. Second semester. Yeah. Okay, now unlike two sides and an angle, it is okay to have angle, angle, side. So we can have angle, side, angle, or angle, angle, side, where two angles and a not included side is perfectly fine.
Stop laughing.
Your bag?
No, it's not my bag.
Oh, whoa. Owen. What? Okay, I'm gonna draw a picture. Are you ready? I'm not ready, but. Oh, I did it. I think I did it. And it's good enough. Draw this right here. Okay. Jonah, what is something that I can add to this picture that we know? You have good friends? What? Confederation?
That's social studies. I'm trying to do them all.
Okay, so these are vertical angles. So notice how we have two angles and a side that is not in between the two angles. So we call this angle, angle, side, because the side is not in between the two angles. Are we gonna have time? It's like two big B's offset. Quiet. He said shape. If shape is what you're talking about. Okay, we're looking at this one now.
Yeah, we can wait. We're gonna wait for the entire period.
Draw it.
Oh my God. What happened? Why did they like?
I don't know. Maybe they're recording our class.
Why would they do that?
Because they've heard how unruly you are.
Wait, did they hear us right now?
I don't know.
I don't care. It's not a competition.
Okay, eyes up here. Aro, is there something that I can mark on my diagram to help me? The middle line is congruent to itself. This is something that I was noticing as I was helping people with their homework. Not everybody was marking their diagram like this. Mark your diagram so you can literally see where the two angles are, where the side is. Because if you label this angle, angle, side, or excuse me, it is angle, angle, side, but if you label it angle, side, angle, I'm taking off points. Okay. So I was gonna give this out tomorrow, but I think today is probably the better day to give it out. Here is a list of all of the congruency. Don't run.
No,
Yes.
your fall, Bryce.
Okay. Oh.
That's out.
So do not close your student journals. Do not close your student journals.
Wait, how long has this?
Okay, this is how I want you to mark this up. We're coming back to our notes. So if it's side, 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 we're gonna have 3 pairs of congruent sides. Side angle side. We have 2 pairs of congruent sides and a pair of congruent angles in between our 2 sides. There is no SSA. Yes.
So is that why the, like in SAS, is that why the A is in the middle?
It is.
Oh.
There's SAS, but no. It rhymes. Okay.
No donkeys.
No donkeys. Okay. Angle side angle. We have 2 pairs of congruent angles and a side in between. He hasn't said anything, so just let's leave it that way. Ben. Like you just don't know when to get the hit. Stop. But right now we're doing geometry. Just stop. Angle side. 2 angles. And pick a side that's not in between. Okay. Yeah. Now, hypotenuse leg. The hypotenuses are congruent and a pair of legs are congruent. So this will look like SSA. But since it's the right triangle, it's okay.
I don't get it. Why
It
does it
rhymes.
rhyme?
Because I made a little rhyme.
SSA, okay.
Okay, now I feel like we've been doing this for enough days that you're probably getting a rhythm for it. But if you're looking for congruent sides, it's given. They tell you you have a midpoint. There's the reflexive or symmetric property. Okay, angles. We might have some given information. You might have some vertical angles. You might have parallel lines that you look for alternate interior, alternate exterior corresponding. You might have a bisector, an angle bisector that's splitting into 2. Okay, those are some things to look for. Now, before we do an angle side or angle side angle proof, I am going to give you a sheet of paper. Yes.
For like the reflective and the symmetric property, I know it's like switch or like what's the difference? Like kind of
Okay, so like in this triangle right here, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a good example to give you. Like when I write that these 2 are congruent, AC actually corresponds to CA because of how like this one is like flipped upside down.
So wait, is the one that's flipped?
That's symmetric. There's symmetry in the way that we see it. Reflexive is the same thing because you look in the mirror and you see yourself.
So would you ever use that?
Yeah, you had to use it on your graded assignment last night.
I don't remember.
I don't know if I used that right, but I did.
It's not on the back. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, you have 5 minutes. This is just, there are 15 problems that I just want you to write. AAS, ASA, SAS, SSS. Just You don't have to tell me anything else, but just, are they congruent and why?
Wait, what do we do? What do we do, Sophia? Just write the.
Like, your tables can work together.
Oh, we.
I see angle side angle and then angle side angle.
Oh, I thought that was all lines.
Angle side angle. So I'd say they're congruent. This is side angle side. It's sass. This is
Is that nothing?
S. This is side angle side. This is sass.
What's 6? I'm so confused. Sophia, 6 nothing. I just skipped. 6 is S.
Did you write on here?
Wait, what is this?
Never. Oh, that was me.
Oh, got enough info.
There's no SSA. Yes, there is. Right?
What, 6?
6 is not enough info.
Yeah, right?
No, there's no SSA.
Yes, there is
What, 5?
SSA.
Right,
Not on the
5,
sheet,
yeah,
but remember we were talking about having to write it this way instead of
Oh, such
A
a
and Z.
I don't think I've used
AAS.
but it says no. It's not
Is
it.
number 7 side side angle?
No.
It's that.
Sat.
Isn't 8 the same?
No. Yeah.
How do we know this?
Wait, 8 is not enough.
9?
Yeah.
Wow, isn't it the same exact?
No, because it's not right.
Milk. Big. These aren't congruent though. Do you like milk? Do you like milk? Sophia, it's not congruent.
Not enough info.
Do you like milk or chocolate? It's not congruent. I like strawberry milk. JK, chocolate on top. Chocolate milk's my favorite. This way? This one about sushi. What? Sushi. What about sushi? I thought that was your favorite food.
They must have.
Number 9 could be a lot of things. It could be SA.
2 minutes. Yes, it is. SSA is a thing.
Stop.
Wait. No.
Oh, that one said fly. Where'd it go?
I hate these parallel things.
Number 10 is side side.
What's 5? Did anybody get 5?
There are some that have not enough info. Cullen, why are you on the floor?
That like pushes my lead out.
Okay, I asked you a very simple question, Cullen. It did not require the attitude that you just gave.
I didn't give it.
Whoa, hold on.
Listen to your voice right now.
This thing.
Is it necessary? And then you join right this second.
Yes, because I need to push
Yeah.
my lead out. Wait, which
Wait.
is not 10?
Yeah, I am. Wait,
Because
what?
it's Sophia, like this. It's literally like this example.
What?
Wait, how is there not one?
Shut up.
You don't need to start arguments with this. Yes, you are.
Okay, what did I do though? How did I do this? Oh, it's 11. Oh. Yeah, he's a top G. My bad. 1, 2 words made you so upset. Sophia, what's number 11?
You sleep all day.
What? What's number 11? Bro, you're so. I put angle side angle for 10. Yep, I got that too.
Is this nerd broke?
Yeah.
1 more minute.
You don't want to do it. How's it my
Okay,
Bro, like half a stick of lead when I was pushing it out.
Owen, just take a deep breath.
This one.
Owen, you're just.
It was no.
Not half a stick.
What'd you get for? Wait, what's 9?
I think Cohen needs a brain break.
Sophia, what'd you get for 9?
Side.
For 9. Angle side.
I think I know one.
No, I asked for your internet argument.
It's
Third piece.
Okay, we're gonna talk about these. Yeah, it's SSA, which isn't a thing. Okay, number 1. Number 1, Stella, are these two congruent? By angle, side, angle. It's fine that our angles are right angles. We know that they're congruent. Jake, how about number 2? Number 2 is congruent by SAS because we know that they share this third side right here. Number 3, Emily, are these congruent? By side, side, side. This third side is shared. Okay. Gavin, number 4. Side, angle, side. Man, some of you really wanted to use hypotenuse leg because it's a right triangle. But really, it's side, angle, side. The hypotenuses aren't even marked. Okay. Number 5, Bryce, are these congruent?
No.
2 sides, not enough. Okay. Number 6, Carson. Why?
You can have AFS. Or SSA.
We're gonna call it SSA. Is that okay? Okay. No donkeys in math. Okay. Number 7. Because it spells a bad word. Okay. All right, number 7, Serena, are these congruent? By? All right, we have vertical angles right here, people. Okay. Number 8, Aiden, are these congruent?
No.
Why?
There's not enough info.
What?
But I know that these are vertical angles. There's 3 pieces of it. Okay. There's 3 pieces of information, but it's SSA. Okay. Adri, are these congruent? By?
Well, they kind of wrote it wrong. Probably.
Okay. If this is 59 and this is 60, what's this?
That's not actually.
And what's this?
You told me I was.
Yeah.
right?
No, they aren't.
That's incorrect. No, not.
It could be either one. It can be either one. People, it could be either one. AAS or ASA. Yeah. Now, what if they didn't share a side and we only had 3 angles congruent to 3 angles? We would be sad with no congruent triangles. Okay. Number 10, Zach, are they congruent? Yeah. Okay, they share a side. We have alternate interior angles congruent 2 times. Are you okay with the alternate interior angles being congruent?
I think so.
Who said no?
I don't understand.
Okay,
I do not see, any alternate interior.
so here's a parallel line. Here's a parallel line. And here's our transversal. Let me try that again. Here's our transversal. Okay, so we have these alternate interior lines. Do you see them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then I can do the same thing here. Parallel line, transversal. And then I can color these lines. You see them? Okay. That's a mess now. All right, now 11, what kind of angles do we need to look for with these parallel lines? Parallel line, transversal. We have corresponding angles right here. And with our other set of parallel line, transversal, we have corresponding angles here. So this one is ASA. Cohen, is number 12 congruent?
Not enough info.
Okay, we have no info about the sides. We only have info about angles. Okay. We just talked about that. If we had 3 angles, then they could be different sizes of triangles. So we know that they're similar, but we don't know if they're congruent. Okay. Number 13. Tyler, are these 2 congruent? Okay, we know that this side is good and we know that these angles are good, but they're not in the right spots. Okay, well, one is side angle and one is side angle side. That's not cool. Okay. Now, what about number 14? Jonah, have I called on you? I did? Okay, Rhett. Why? AAS? Okay, so our parallel line, transversal parallel line will give us a set of alternate interior angles. And then what else can we mark? Our middle side, so I'm gonna let you try this again. Side angle side. How important is it that you mark your picture, people? All right, here we have vertical angles. Right angles are congruent to each other, so this one is angle side. Okay, so I think I'm gonna change what I want to do. What? Yeah. I would love to go back to number 9. So I have 2 angles of my triangle, so I subtracted them from 180, and this is 59. 59 and 59 aren't the same? 61 and 61 are not the same? 60 and 60? They're not parallel. They're just two cute triangles next to each other. And by cute, I mean a cute.
Yeah, you are.
Couple laughs out there. Okay, so instead of doing a proof together in your notes, I think that some of you might appreciate me just giving you the homework and letting you have the last 10 minutes to start it.
Is it to be great?
It is not.
I try my hardest. You know why? It's like
Should I give you more homework? No. Then stop and get to work.
No, ASS. No, are you second? That's not need to wear one.